Hey everybody, it's Biggie. You're in my kitchen. Today we're going to make something you might want to make tomorrow for on a Sunday or for any game. We're going to do Big Mac sliders. And we're going to do them the right way. I grew up loving Big Macs. Late 60s was my first one. 70s, I lived for that stuff. That was the biggest treat in our lives as kids. And then they kind of fell astray, and the next thing you know, their meat doesn't taste like beef anymore. There's a million rumors about what it is. I tend to believe probably 80% of them. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if there's, ground up asshole and bull balls in there. They don't taste like anything we're familiar with. So we're gonna make, with real beef, nice and lean, black Angus beef, ground beef, and we're gonna do them, and you're gonna love them. We're gonna go right, even use the cheap pickle, the cheap hamburger pickle. I didn't buy the good ones, I bought the cheap ones. We're going to try and match this the best we can. So, let's do this. What we're going to do, I use these tin pans. These are great. You throw them out when you're done. Take a pound of ground beef, put it in there, get it as level as you can. Make it real simple. You know what? Some fresh cracked pepper. Nothing extravagant. You want to try to mimic it. And back in the day, they didn't put all that other garbage in it. So, why should we, right? So, we're going to put a little bit of sea salt on there. I use the Himalayan. And that's it. That's going to go in the oven 25 to 30 minutes at 350 degrees. And then when it comes out, I've already pre-sliced these savory butter rolls from King's Hawaiian. Just slice them in half and wait. I've made the sauce. I'll put that recipe in the post as I usually do. But right now that's going to go in the oven. I'll see you back in about 30 minutes. All right, guys. It's been there about 30 minutes roughly. I did break a rule, the standard rule of 15, which is once your oven hits temperature, wait 15 minutes because your thermostat's not in the middle of it. So what we're going to do now, we're going to put the cheese on, get that started, because what we don't want is bad lettuce. We don't want wilted lettuce on it. Now, I know when you go to Mickey D's, you do get a little bit of wilted lettuce, that's fine, but we don't want it. We want to, make that the best we can. Boy, this deli cheese is sticking. I should have used a glass plate. But dishes are terrible, right? So, yeah, we'll just do this way. Who cares? It's all going to melt. Doesn't really matter. And throw up another slice over here. Another one there. So we're going to put this back in the oven for probably maybe, 5 minutes. We want to just get this started. And then we're going to put it on the buns, and we'll go from there. And we'll be right back, because this is going to be awesome. All right, guys. Cheese has started that melting process of what we wanted. Grab this out of the oven. Drop this, whoops. I'm going to drop this right over here. Let me move these pickles. Alright, so they started melting, so we're in good shape there. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to do it the MD way and make it as authentic as we can. Okay, we're going to put our homemade sauce down. If you ever made Thousand Island, really to hack it, it ain't much work. If you just kind of know what the flavors are in there, you could do it, but I already did it. I think this is probably 99% accurate. If not, maybe 100% accurate. I haven't eaten there in years, so they could have changed it. I don't eat that garbage. It's just poison anymore. Terrible stuff. So, I'm going to take our burger. Now, these pans I use, which you've seen me use many a times now, they're 11 by 7. Okay? I'm sorry. Yeah, they're 11 by 7. They fit, okay? They fit these kind of things really well. So, first thing we're going to do here, we're going to get this soaking in so we can flip it over on top. Get that magic sauce on there, whatever they want to call it, the special sauce. And if you're older, this is what they used to taste like, and you'll remember it when you bite into it. outside of that second row of bread and the 2 paper thin burgers, you're actually gonna have a little bit of meat on this. So that might be a little bit of a shell shock to you. And it's gonna taste like beef, not buffalo butt or whatever else they put in that stuff. So, going along with the program, the way they do it, we're gonna get our pickles down, and these are the cheap ones, okay? I didn't buy good ones because they certainly didn't use the best of the best. But we're just gonna do our best to duplicate this in this fashion and make it decent. And if you want to be a little bit more authentic, of course, you're gonna have to go with the cheaper pickles, because otherwise you're just kind of doomed. And I think we're good there. Then the best part, you know, they get their onions so fine, it's like you get a lint ball out of your pocket when you get them in your mouth. That's how small they are. So I chop these things up just the same way. It's just as fine as I could without it turning it into garbage. And Mary doesn't like it. Onion, well, she likes onion, she can't eat it anymore. You know, old people problems, we all get them. And so we're gonna only put onions on my half. Okay. Now we go in for the winning addition here, which is the lettuce. So you know when you get your Big Mac, that lettuce is never crisp. Where did that big piece come? Apparently I did a bad job cutting. It's always a little warm. But we don't want it melted. So we're gonna put these in for about 5 minutes. But we have one more step to do. We gotta put these down on top. Right? And you gotta have a sesame seed bun. So what we did, I could use egg white, but why? When butter is just like so much butter. So we're just gonna throw some butter on top of these, and we're gonna make our own sesame seed buns, right? How hard is that? These are only gonna go in the oven for about 5 minutes, man. They ain't gonna be long. And you'll probably, if you're someone who grew up on Big Macs and you like the original one, not this garbage, you're probably gonna make this on a regular basis whenever you have a craving for it, because I know I crave them, but I won't eat them unless I make them. So here we go. Some sesame seeds on the top. So we have our sesame seed bun. Okay, look at that. Who knows where we're, look at that. Look how beautiful that is. It's actually fun recreating this kind of stuff. All right, just gonna go in the oven about 5 to 7 minutes, no more than that, because we don't want that lettuce bad. So, be right out of the oven. Look at how nice they are. They're beautiful. Let me get a glove on here, and I'll cut them. At least one of them, so I can take a bite. Yeah, I'm gonna cut them all. We know that already. Right? We already know that. Right. That way. You know what the nice thing is? You'll never get them this fresh if you go to the originator, right? Okay. I'm not going to make you watch me cut them all. Just want to cut the ones where I'm going to take a bite out of. We know I have onions on mine, which is the left side here. So, here we go, guys. Time to eat that. My country, I can edit that out. All right, guys, here we go. I'm going to grab me one of these delicious little babies. Here, oh, look at that. You got to see this. How about that, huh? You got to see that. That's the real McCoy, except one thing. There's really meat on here. I promise you, if you do this, you will never go and eat that poison again. You guys have a good day. Be nice to each other, too.